Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the Black-Hearted Oracle. Now, before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course, my beautiful ancestors. Now, what you see laid before you is your January general guidance reading, and I'm doing all the readings by signs. By elements. So this is all the water signs. I just did Cancer. This is yours. Okay, so let's get started. The first one you have is your state of mind, and it's Mend a Broken Heart Fairy, and it's number 36, and it's Healing from Heartache. It says, here she comes to gather up the heart's sore pieces and place a sweet bandage on the place that is most wounded. It's time for small kindness to be received. The little gifts of friendship and the sweetness are the ones that will assist you the most at this time. Allow yourself to be treated gently, to be attended to with kindness, and to be hugged. This is a time when you need to take good care of yourself. You're healing and on the mend. Do not force yourself to hurry up and get over it. You have been hurt, and this hurt feels bruised to me. It may have been a lover's quarrel, unrequited love. It may have been a breakup. This is a venture in love that has turned harsh. I will send you the healing that mends deep. Restful sleep and peace return to you. I want you to take it easy on the path of love for now. Soon you will feel your vitality return. But for now, it is time to rest. When you have heartache, it is important to treat yourself well. Take time away from the flurry of shoulds you are so often confronted with. Let close people who are worthy of your love. It is not about being bitter or guarded, but you are sensitive and tender, sweet being, and some people are just not. So now is not a time for harshness. Reduction of harsh energies around you are best. Lift the pain until all that is left is sweet, gentle wisdom. The next message is worth waiting for, and it says divine timing is at work in your love life. Self-worth is the next message. And it says, come sit in my chair and feel my love, says the great servant. The salmon chair appears to the Inuit child playing in the snow. Valley and river are the salmon chair's protectors. I never get to see it, complains river. Valley whispers, there are those who can close their eyes and see it. The child rushes home to tell her elders about the chair, but no one believes her, and she lies down exhausted. Later, the chair appears to her again. She climbs in it and feels the great servant's love. People, events, and material objects beyond your frame of reference are being drawn to you. Aim higher, for you will draw even greater experiences into your life. Allow your energy to grow. Receiving is an action. How do I relate to the world? Deserving? Am I ready to allow myself to receive what others may not? Great knowledge, innocent curiosity, being rewarded, receiving divine love, faith, self-love, and value. The next message is completion. Oh, this fly. Okay. And it's full moon completion. It says, you can take pleasure in knowing that whatever you have been working toward has reached its culmination. It may have been a relatively brief cycle or a much more intensive one, yet regardless of the length of time, you have arrived at a stage of completion. Let yourself feel the contentment and satisfaction in this accomplishment. It is like when you take a deep breath and reach the point where your lungs are pleasantly full and your body is ready to release the breath. It is important to not only enjoy this completion, but also Let go and allow yourself to relax. Afterward, just like exhaling slowly and consciously, people are much too eager to rush to the next item on the agenda without giving proper time and space to appreciating and honoring the natural cycles of release that follows a point of resolution. Give yourself that time to relax and rest before tackling Spirit's next assignment. The next message we have is Eggshell, Medicine Woman. It says, you are a channel for divine power. And I love her story because it is so empowering. And it says, Eggshell was too pretty for her own good, as some like to say. All the gods were captivated by her, all but one, the sun god. Seemed immune to Eggshell's charms, yet he was the only one she really ever wanted. Like many moon goddesses, Eggshell was a fine weaver, and it was the beautiful cloth she wore that finally captured the sun god's attention. Soon they became lovers. Their relationship was turbulent. The sun god had a suspicious nature and was often consumed with jealousy. To make matters worse, he also had a fiery temper, suspecting that the innocent Eggshell was having an affair with his brother, the morning star. The sun god threw her out of the sky. Eggshell quickly found refuge with the vulture gods. Hearing this, the sun god rushed to plead with her for her return, and promised never to treat her so poorly again. But little time passed before he became jealous and abusive again. Finally, Eggshell realized that he was not going to change, and decided to leave him for good. Waiting until he fell asleep, she crept out into the night, taking the form of a jaguar and becoming invisible. Whenever he came searching for her, she escaped to her sacred island and spent much of her time nursing women during pregnancies and childbirth. Eggshell encourages us to acknowledge the negative forces affecting our lives, and she prompts us to assert ourselves fully in the face of physical and emotional violence that would diminish our sense of self-worth. Now it says, commanding power is not the same as demanding it. Demanding comes from a childlike place akin to a tantrum, based upon fear that it might be withheld. As the embodiment of the moon, Eggshell is intently connected to the tides and waters. Eggshell helps with fertility and childbirth. She can connect you to your foundational roots as a spiritual healer. Oh, let me go through what these cards represent for you. This is the state of mind. This is your love life affairs. This is the intentions. This is your inner world. This is soul yearning. And this is the protection energies that you could use for this month. And it says sharpened and accurate intuition. And it represents Thoth, the god Thoth. Wisdom, ambition, transformation, healing, and initiation energy. Now lastly, we have divine sensuality. And this is your emotions, and it's making love and erotica. Okay. So, why is Mend a Broken Heart Fairy here for Scorpios for the month of January for their state of mind? Why is Mend a Broken Heart Fairy here for Scorpios in the field of their love matters? Why is Mend a Broken Heart Fairy here for Scorpios? Why is Mend a Broken Heart Fairy here for Scorpios? Why is Mend a Broken Heart Fairy here for Scorpios? Thank you. It's King of Earth, generous professional, and it says a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. Okay. Can you elaborate further on why Mend a Broken Heart Fairy is here? Oh. Okay, and it's the World, which is a 10, which is a beginning and an end. So a new cycle, the completion here. So what this is telling you, Scorpio, is that you're going to have to stand mostly in the King of Earth energies in order to deal with this broken heart that you're having, because you're in the process of healing it. And the Wheel of Fortune, it says a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. So within your finances is how you're going to be able to diminish the pain of a broken heart if you focus more on your finances within this time. Why is worth waiting for here for Scorpio's love life? Why is worth waiting for here for Scorpio's love life? Renewal. And this is judgment, exactly. So it's time for for you to move past this broken heart, to end the cycle of this pain and stand in your King of Earth energies. It's just somebody who's grounded, who's stable, who's very practical and responsible, professional, but yet still generous, right? And this is review and evaluate a favorable assessment of facts. Time to move in a new direction. So exactly, it's while you're doing this mending, don't sit here harping over what caused the broken heart. Think about your self-worth. Because whatever it wasn't beneficial for you. It's time to let that go, let the wheel turn in your favor. What is coming to an end? What completion is Scorpio's facing within this month of January? What completions are Scorpios facing within this month of January? And the snake also speaks of transformation, of that renewal energy, of the death and rebirth, just because of how it sheds its skin in order to grow. Why is the full, I don't want to speak. Why is the full moon here for Scorpios? What is coming to a completion in January for Scorpios? Okay. Awakening. So, yeah, your inner world is that you're going to look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So exactly, you're going to be regaining your self-worth, and this pause that you have taken, it's coming to an end because it's at this end of a cycle. So if you have been feeling broken-hearted, it's coming to an end because you've had the time to refocus, to look at yourself and to look at the situation and see exactly what it was offering you. Why is ex-show here? Yeah. Yeah, because some kind of dramatic, significant life event is going to be happening, but it's going to come to a completion. Okay, what is this Tower moment with the soul yearning? This is your soul's yearning to take control of the divine power that is within you and to move forward. So what is this experience, this life experience that's going to cause Scorpios to take their power? 10 of air. Yeah, it's being backstabbed and betrayed. This same broken heart is what is going to make you stand up into your true power within this month of January. Okay. Why is divine sensuality here for Scorpios? Why is divine sensuality here for Scorpios? As Scorpio's emotions, sorry. The Eight of Water. Yeah, you're walking away from anything that is allowing you to feel like anything sexual that has you questioning your self-worth, and it's leaving you in a place of a broken heart and feeling like you're lacking the internal power that you need. You're going to be walking away from that. It says a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So exactly, you're wanting that whenever that you are in a sexual situation with someone, that it is more than just a physical get your rocks off, because you're going through this transformation and you're heading into powerful personal growth. So Scorpio, as though there's a lot of cards on this speak of you going through a lot of things. What I can say is that by the end of the month or somewhere within this month is that you're going to be stepping into your divine power. And you're going to reclaim your self-worth and know that somebody who's coming to you with this divine sensuality, you're going to know that through your self-worth that you're worth waiting for. And if they can't wait, then they're going to have to move on. I thank you so much for coming to the Black-Hearted Oracle, Scorpio. I pray that this message found you well, and I pray that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.